Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you are all doing well. This morning I've come out to Dartmoor and it's really nice to be out with the camera. I've had about 2 or 3 weeks where I've had off because of moving house, and I was kind of worried that I was going to miss autumn. I did have a trip planned to the Lake District, but we had to cancel it because of the house completion. But luckily the colour is still hanging around, and this morning it's just breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. And I feel like I'm going to struggle to do this place justice because it really is absolutely gorgeous. So I've got the 24 to 105 on at the moment, and I'm just handheld going around trying to find compositions that work, and then putting the tripod in the right position and taking images, and around about 8-second exposures at the minute, around about f8, and I'm getting some really nice images come through, and the colours are just so beautiful. The images on the back of the screen look to me like they don't really need editing at all. Maybe a touch of an autumn effect and that'll be it, I reckon. But this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to hone in on this composition, and then I'll talk you through my thinking and my settings in a moment. And yeah, let's try and get some images in the bag, because this is peak autumn now, and it's really beautiful, really beautiful. Okay, so I do apologise for any noise. The river is really high today. I've tried to point you away from it so it doesn't pick it up too much, and hopefully you can hear me okay. I've been messing about with the crop previews on my camera, and I've settled for a square crop on this composition. I kind of spotted this tree arcing over the river, and it caught my eye straight away, but trying to get it into a composition is really difficult. Especially today, because there's no clouds in the sky, so the sky is blue. Although the sun is rising about now, the sky is still blue and it's very bright. And down here it's very dark. You're shooting down and it's very dark, so I'm trying not to include any sky. And if I do include sky, it might be the case of having to clone tiny little bits out among the trees, because it's going to be clipped and very bright. So it might be the case of just cloning a few little leaves in here and there just to tidy up the sky, but I try not to do too much of that. But yeah, I've set up a square preview crop on my camera and found this composition with the tree arcing over the frame, and it just looks lovely from the back of the screen. I hope it comes through on the image as good as it looks here. So settings are 8 seconds, f8, ISO 125 with CPL, and the polarizer is the only filter I need down here at the moment. I don't need any NDs because it's nice and dark. 2-second timers as always, and then just grab the shot and move on, because there's so many compositions here. I'm just looking around and I just really hope I can do it justice, because it is just absolutely stunning. Autumn really is amazing. It really is amazing. So this location is just epic. It really is epic. I am just inundated with images and compositions. There's probably too many for me to talk you through them all and show you what I'm doing. So if I do get any nice images that I don't document, I will put them up on the screen for you as well. Why can't it be autumn all year round? It is just beautiful, isn't it? There's just so much to do here. I really wish there was mist. There's a little bit of like misty kind of water vapor, if you like, coming off the surface of the rivers, but the camera is not really picking it up. It's kind of just cutting through it, and the blacks are coming through. I am overexposing them slightly to try and pick it up, but it's not really there. I can only just see it with my eyes, really. But it was forecast for mist this morning. It was very high humidity and low winds, but I was driving through some when I came down onto Dartmoor. Just unfortunately it's not down here, but this would be absolutely breathtaking in the mist, there's no doubt about it. So definitely somewhere to come back to when the conditions are like forecast for the fog. But I've set up a few images. I've got one set up now which I really like the look of. It just looks stunning. Same sort of settings, around about 6 to 8 seconds, f11, making sure that everything is in focus. And I'm just kind of focusing like a third into the frame, and that will give me a big enough depth of field to make sure that everything is sharp from front to back. But I don't really know what to say. It's just amazing. Really amazing. That's it. there's nothing else to say. 2-second timers as always, and I'll just get to work and try and produce some good images for you guys. Wow, unbelievable. It is so loud down here. I hope you guys can hear me okay. It really is so loud. It's been raining really heavy for the last couple of days, and the water flow is just, well, I'd love to get in there, but there's no way I'll be getting out. I'd be swept downstream. I've been using my 16 to 35 and the 24 to 105 a lot, but I've kind of been resisting wanting to use the 16 to 35 to get wide shots, to get it all in, because I just want to be able to get the big lens out and just zoom in and try and get some finer details and finer compositions that a lot of people necessarily wouldn't get. And I think that's the good thing about having a long lens in your bag, is you can just pick out bits within the landscape, within the trees that kind of work. And I spotted this tree further downriver. I was just shooting upriver, but looking back down behind me, there's this lovely tree that arcs over the whole of the river. And it doesn't work wide, it doesn't work with a 24 to 105. In fact, I'm in at about 115, 120 mil, and I might still crop it a little bit then, but I've managed to zoom in on this tree and got it arcing over the frame. Again, changing the picture crop profile on my camera to a 2x1 panorama. And it's not usually a crop I shoot in, but the composition works because the tree is arcing over the whole frame from left to right, so it wouldn't work being big and wide in a 3x2. It wouldn't work as a wide angle lens shot. It's only really going to work as a cropped in 70 to 200, you know, zoomed in image, and I think the 2x1 crop works. That's exactly what I've got set up now. 2 seconds, f5.6 to try and throw the background off just a little bit. I will be adding a touch of an Norton effect on here. Again, we got a little bit of spray from the river, just adding a little bit of depth, but it's not much. Again, it would be absolutely lovely in mist, but you gotta make do with what you got, and this is pretty stunning. The colors are just amazing. I'm gonna grab this shot, mooch around a little bit more, and see if I can find anything else. But literally inundated with shots. I just don't know where to look. I don't know where to point the camera. It's just beautiful everywhere you look. I've been wandering around now for, I don't know, about an hour and a half, I guess. and there's just so much potential here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. My camera is just perched down there at the moment because I've got a composition set up looking that way, but it's very loud down there, so I thought I would talk to you guys up here. But I think I found a new favourite crop. A 2x1 landscape, kind of like a panorama sort of looking image, but it looks really good when you have a wide angle shot. So if you're super wide at like 16-17 mil and have a 2x1 landscape crop, it's just looking really nice here. And I think why it's looking nice to me is because it's cutting out the sky. As you can see here in this shot here to camera, the sky here is really white, and everything else behind me here is a lovely colour. And you want to try and cap it off so it's like this, if that makes sense. You're not trying to get in the sky, you want it to kind of be about here. And the 2x1 crop is really helping because it's so bright, and it will just ruin the image, and it gives you false readings on your histogram, so you have to make sure that you are exposing correctly for the foreground. But so I'm going to grab this shot looking back up the river here. Settings are all around about the same, about 5 or 6 seconds, f11, f13, focusing a third into the frame, low ISOs, ISO 100, and just a circular polarizer, and I could literally spend all day here. So I'm going to grab this shot, I'm going to keep mooching around and see if I can grab anything else, and I'm going to wrap this vlog up here because I reckon it could go on all day if I keep going. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider clicking subscribe below, give us a like, tell us what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.